So if you want to apply AI in your company, you are probably looking at this video because you are considering DIFY. Let me share my experience with DIFY. We have been pretty happy with DIFY because we were able to generate literally millions for our clients. But let me explain. So with DIFY, what we really like, it's a traditional pain point for every company. They want to create AI agents, they want to create workflows, but it's very hard to manage, especially when you start to get like 50, 100 agents. It's going in every direction. Clearly, the traditional solution like the Microsoft or the Google solutions are not designed for this kind of like situation, managing this kind of complexity. And that's where I think DIFY is very interesting for us, because we decided to self-host DIFY internally, so we are completely secure from actually a pure IT point of view. And then we are building those different AI agents and solutions inside DIFY. And we are using DIFY to build the workflows, to manage the workflows, and actually to do all the monitoring and the bug management piece. So it's almost like having your AI ops inside DIFY, creating the different versioning. That's kind of the step 2. Step 1, it's using like the third-party solution, like the ChatGPT Enterprise, the Gemini, the Cloud Enterprise version. But the problem is those are actually very limited productivity gains because it's very broad. If you want to get really serious about implementing AI inside your company, it's really going into this kind of like generative AI ops. That's where really you can manage your different solutions, maintain them, and actually control everything from an IT point of view. That's where DIFY is really good at, because it's open source, you benefit from the community, it's very easy to maintain, and actually it's very easy to implement. But from a business point of view, you can really benefit from the fact that you have everything inside this platform. It's very easy to monitor, to track, to improve your different sales agents. And because it's easy to manage, for us, we've seen actually a lot of business users getting interested into building their own workflow. And that's where I think DIFY is really good, because you still need to have some tech expertise, but if you really want to invest, the time and dedication into teaching how to use DIFY, you can. It's not like a pure 100% code-based generative AI platform. So for me, it's a really good compromise between managing the complexity from an IT point of view and at the same time giving access to the business users to this kind of platform. So you can have them literally building solutions, building agents, while keeping a good control about those different agents. In this kind of platform, we've seen AI solution built for a lot of different use cases. So at SparkWise Solutions, we've built kind of like an AI for data management, AI for sales agent, AI for pricing solution, AI for quoting, AI for procurement. So it's very, very broad. Actually, you can touch most of the different function, both your core function and your support function. I think it's working regardless. Now, in terms of like downsize and like aspect that we don't really appreciate from DIFY, you have some limitation when you really want to go full custom. Sometimes it's actually better to use custom code than DIFY when you want to be extremely sharp, extremely granular in what you want to achieve, because it's just custom code is actually more flexible. But then I think, to be fair, I think the best approach is you have kind of like your generative AI tool scale across your company. Then you have DIFY to manage 80% of your solutions. And then you keep 20% in custom code that will really make your core differentiator, kind of your secret sauce, your asset that you are building for your company. So that's kind of my review for DIFY. I would strongly suggest you are using this kind of solution. It's a great way, especially if you're in IT or if you're in tech, it's a great way to scale AI while keeping a good control over it. So for example, internally at SparkWise Solutions for Ducker Carlisle, we've created a meeting prep agent, meaning actually this is a solution that you can ask any information about the prospect that you are meeting with, and the agent will grab information both internally and externally about this person, about this company. It's great because now, instead of spending hours, looking at earning calls or financial statement, the machine is doing that for you. So we saved a ton of time to our sales function and sales people. So that's typically how it would work. You can just type the company and the name of the person that you want to meet, and then in a couple of seconds, you have all the information that you can dream of about this company and about this prospect. Huge time saved, very easy to deploy. The front is managed by DIFY, so it's very convenient, and the back end, it's purely workflow, so it's extremely efficient and extremely easy to work with. Thanks for watching, and feel free to reach out if you want to talk more about DIFY with me.